Yo, what's up? It's Trav Moody here from A Toy Kind of Mood with yet another G.I. Joe Classified ranking and review. Today we're going to go over the G.I. Joe Classified Retro series, the latest series. Look, real talk, Moody here. I don't get my shit early. Sometimes I do. It's been a minute. Some of these things have been reviewed a month ago. I'm on a work trip. I'm in a hotel. Good news is, though, I got a new studio coming. The Moody studio. It's going to be real dope. Building a dedicated toy room. I announced it on A Toy Kind of Mood last week, so real excited for that. No show this week, but we got some videos. We got a major review coming to the channel. I love the feedback on the rankings. They've been pretty good, so I said, why not? We're going to go through Stalker, Cobra Commander, and Cobra Trooper. So let's just get to it. All right, shocker, it's Stalker at number 3. Look, he's bare bones. Mr. Alonzo R. Wilkinson. It's the least amount of changes made. Again, sirens in the background. I'm in downtown Dallas, one of the dirtiest, meanest, roughest, nastiest cities in America. All right, as far as Stalker, you got your 3D Joe's comparison and your comparison to the Classified Stalker. Again, not home. Don't have all my other figures. All right, so the key with this Stalker is this new camo hat. See the nice gold embossed logo there at the top, and that's the difference between the green hat back in the day. Hasbro's Tony Colello said that he wanted to give it some paint wash, some update, and I approve that. And it seems like people are open to improvements. They don't just want, you know, the retro. Looks like I got some paint app issues on the face, especially on the nose. He's got a big old zit. He's got some scarring there. And seeing how the retro version could have been a younger version, we just have the older version. So pulling off the cap, does have a nice tight fade. He's looking good. For some reason, this one I feel is a little younger, but in person the hair is grayish, but on camera it looks jet black. So that's real interesting there. Same exact figure. We don't have to go through articulation. It's just a repaint. There is nothing new about this Stalker. All right, we got his entire arsenal in one shot. We got the Knights Armament Company LAMG right up top, that large automatic gun. We got the Heckler & Koch MP5 running underneath, that kind of greaser with the Walter MP stock. And then, of course, in the upper right, you got your Colt 1911 semi-automatic with the suppressor right underneath in the jungle knife. And then, of course, we got the same gun pack that'll go in the backpack to equip his Walter MP. So, standard black weapons. Gummy wise, let's feel them. Pretty gummy, pretty gummy. Seems like these were definitely made before we got the 60th. Not horrible, but not the best, not too bad. This is a removable. And then on this, stick mag comes out. This is gummy, the stock, but the rest of the gun isn't bad. Okay, we got our knife, jungle knife. It's fine. Well, it's just a standard knife. It's not, I don't know, it's not too bad. And then our Colt 1911. We've been seeing this for a minute. We're going to see it again. And, you know, it's pretty gummy. I mean, whatever. All right, before we get to those whiskeys, do you prefer this retro look over that $9 Ross look? I mean, I love the original Stalker figure. In fact, I was one of the first to review it. It was fantastic. And shout out to Bobby B for recommending the fun Sunbow accessories for retro Stalker. But even better, Steve Graff has these amazing images of the same accessories from that opening of the Sunbow cartoon. I mean, shout out to G.I. Joe Classified Elite. What a fun group. And even best of all, Alex Klein created the perfect retro Stalker head sculpt. I mean, because we got Old Man Stalker once again. Are you guys okay with Old Man Stalker? Did you want a younger look? Did you want the Sunbow accessories? Do you prefer the classified version or the retro version? Do you want the green beret over the camo beret? Let me know in the comments. As for now, whiskeys, I can't go any more than 3-3.25 out of 5 because it's a good figure. It's just a little bare bones. It's a simple repaint. A cost cutter for sure, so they could spend more on the other two. But yeah, that's number 3, Retro Stalker. And now coming in at number 2 is the Retro Cobra Trooper. Hey, Can't ever go wrong releasing more troopers. That's a fact, Jack. Look, it's just a bright blue on the Cobra Island buck, right? I love the blue. I think it pops. I'm a big fan of big blue. As you know, go blue. The blacks and grays on the web gear pop on the blue for sure. And you want to take a look at that web gear. Hey, look, we got this guy right here. It is the same thing. So I can do a comparison without having to crop some pics on the screen. But yeah, everything is pretty much the same. We got the holsters are the same 1911 that we have there, and the same gear, just adding a little more gray to let that pop. And then of course he's got a chevron logo that we had from the Cobra Island coming back there. Get a little bit of gray, and then now you give a chance to look at everything else. But yeah, of course, different buck. And this one has pins, this one is pinless, but this one has the old buck, which is definitely a disappointment, just like this one was a disappointment without any fun accessories or a new face sculpt or anything to make him different. That said, I do like the blue. I think it's on point, and I'd say it's pretty accurate to the Sunbow cartoon. Let's pull up on the helmet and see how that fits. And you know what? Mine fits pretty snug. I saw a couple other reviews. Oh, and then look at that. Got a paint spot right there. Almost like he's got a target on his head. And I don't mean the red bullseye. Oh, that's too bad. It's kind of like battle-worn something. But I did get two. Not going to blame Sci-Fi for that, but a little bit of a QC issue. Here's a look at his face sculpt. Really good. Really good look. You see the canister there. And the other blade that doesn't come out, but good stuff all the way around. Really like the colors on this bad boy. Now I know Bobby V mentioned gummy legs, and yep, they're there. We got real gummy legs. How does he stand? How does he pose? Nothing's too crazy tight. How does he stand? You know what? Not too bad, right? That wasn't so hard to do. Arms. I'm not going to go through any articulation. It's G.I. Joe Classified. It's old buck. But you know what? Got him in this crazy pose here. Not bad. So even with the wobbly legs, as you can see, he's shaking a little bit. It's not too bad. It's going to get the job done. All right, arms time. We got the Vanmark Industries, that Breed DM rifle, and it is twisted like an anaconda or a cobra. Yeah, it is just bad. Look at this thing. This is the most warped gun I received from them in a long time. I mean, this is just trash. This is so bad. I mean, what the freaking hell is this? This is the gummiest weapon I've ever seen. You know, and I do like a copperish brown paint that they had on there, but just the quality is just pathetic. You know, and it's accurate to what we have on the retro carded art too. So I know that it's remastered art, redone art. Okay, and then we got our Sunbow SMG. Hey, at least that's a bright point there. The Mars, you know, Military Armaments Research Syndicate Typin SMG submachine gun, of course, and it's a really good one. Let's see the quality. Super gummy, but you know, at least it's Sunbow. It's fun. The whole gun part is fine, but the extended barrel there is pretty bad. But overall, it's good, and the stick comes out. And yeah, I mean, I like these, and yeah, everyone on Cobra should come with one. And then we have our standard knife. It's just whatever, looks like a butter knife. And then, of course, another Colt 1911. Alright, so actually real quick, I opened up my other Cobra Trooper because then I realized it's more stuff I gotta pack if I keep it in the package. Yeah, it was nice and minty. Would have been nice on the wall. So here's the warpy one that I was really pissed about. But then this one is actually solid. It's rock solid. So your package may vary. It's really good. I mean, a little bit of the nose of the barrel is a little warped. But no, the rest is actually super quality. Thank God I did that. So yeah, it's one of those things where the intent is good, and it just may depend on the plastic used at the factory, whether it's soft or not. This is excellent. All right, just a last minute comparison here, last second. We got the 2 dots on the left, the 2 wear and tear dots, which don't look as bad when there's 2 compared to when there's 1. I know it's such a small blemish, but I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if it's from wear, it's from paint. Looking at the face scans, they seem to be pretty level in quality, so that's good. The paint all the way around is excellent. But, you know, getting these Cobra Troopers at the end of the day was a good release. This is very solid. Now that solves that issue. The other one's going to go in the trash. Okay. Gummy legs. This is real gummy, and actually this one is stiff. So this is, see, that's funny. See how I bought 2 and I was going to keep 1 carded? Of course, this one was a mint card. This one had a card back that was ripped. So it's funny how we make decisions. But this is a lot looser. This isn't as bad. This other Cobra Trooper. So again, range may vary, style may vary on some of this stuff. Let's go 3.75. You know, not as bad. I was originally going to go 4, then 3.5. Yeah, number 2, Retro Cobra Trooper, 3.75 out of 5 whiskeys. All right, standing alone at number 1. How can he not be number 1? He's the number 1 baddie in the G.I. Joe lore. It is Cobra Commander. Yes, indeed. I've opened a Retro Commander because, sure, I wasn't going to open my Mickey Mouse one anyway. Again, wish I had to. It's the same body, same exact body, but of course, what makes this number 1, besides the obvious with the chrome here, gotta love the chrome mask. It actually came out pretty damn well. In person, it's pretty striking, actually. And, yeah, other than that, we have the Sunbow shirt and collar, which was a pleasant surprise. It is not the same as your OG Cobra Commander. And you got your white stripe across. You got your white stripe there. Little bit of bleeding into the line there. Let's give you the nice look. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. But otherwise, really good figure, good paint. The red stripe going all the way down. If you got your Hiss tank, then you already know about the Mickey Hiss tank Coco. We will actually take a look at the articulation just because some people don't have the Hiss tank one, or they haven't opened it just like me. We get butterfly joints there on the Cobra Commander. I think that's the first time getting butterfly joints other than the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which I don't even have here, so I can't confirm. But you got double pinless knees, of course, and you got drop down hips. You got a thigh cut, got a boot swivel. Got nice articulation here on the boot, the vertical hinge. That's kind of weird, right? That looks like it's gonna cut right off. Yeah, that doesn't feel too strong. That's a little weird. Okay, so that's different. At least it doesn't have toe. Once you get your wrist swivel there, upper bicep swivel, double pinless elbows. As far as articulation on the head, you got 360 swivel. Got a nice head tilt back and forth. Looks all the way down. Looks just straightforward because you got the helmet there. It does not come off, which is probably a good thing. I know you'd want it. But yeah, otherwise, pretty good head range. Not the best, but not the worst. But it's on a nice ball rocker there. And then for the torso, we just got your standard hinge there. There's no kind of cut or anything. 360 on the waist. So standard, you know, you're not going to have him doing all kind of incredible articulation, but yeah, he's definitely got the best articulation of the Cocos we got so far. There's, I think, a half a dozen of them. And yeah, these joints are pretty stiff, so get used to it. I don't think you'll need any boiling water, just be a little careful. Yep, these stupid knife holster, it's going to slide all the way down, kind of a problem we've had in the past, so probably slide that one all up. And then one of the key differences between this Coco and the others is he's got a new glove mold coming up here. It's a very tight wrap. There is articulation right at the glove, so it's perfectly seamed with the articulation. You gotta love it. Mark Webber approved, right? You gotta, anytime you can have, I wonder what he thinks of this, but at least it's kind of cut into the jacket. But anytime you can have articulation, match the molding, it's pretty damn good. All right, in addition to the 2 trigger finger hands, he does have the 2 fisties. You know, he's not punching anybody out, but more like raising fists, leadership hands. All right, in addition to those fisties, he's got finger pointing hands and those world is mine hands, kind of the claw hands. So kind of holding up like, oh, you bumbling idiot. This is just kind of giving you an idea of the chrome that we've got there. You can see the reflection off my ceiling. Well, yeah, pretty cool. Lastly, we've got the gun pack, backpack piece here. It's got the Cobra logo there. Some shiny buttons. And then our Mars Venom blow dryer laser pistol. We need a Destro full chrome. That could be a fun exclusive. Sorry, I know you guys hate exclusives, but since we already have a couple Destros, that could be something fun that you don't necessarily need. Maybe like for 1027 or New York Comic-Con or something. I don't know. Who knows? Would have been nice to have the cape. I know the art on the package doesn't depict that from the old toy, but since they kind of went sunbow on this anyway, it would have been nice to have the cape. Is this the definitive Cobra Commander? Yes. I think it's well done in hand. Joints are stiff, maybe a little too stiff, but solid articulation. Looks great. Not a whole lot of accessories or anything like that, but I'm going to go a very strong 4.25/4.5. I think he's far superior compared to the other figures in the line. I really thought the Cobra Trooper was going to be the standout. I think we were just happy to get more army builders, but that figure just wound up pretty solid. But this is great. This Cobra Commander is greatness. Don't really have too many complaints overall. Just get it. I mean, I think it's a must-have. It's not as great as Duke was done, and not as good as Scarlet, but in the upper echelon of retro carded figures, that's for sure. All right, guys, that'll do it. That's the latest in the G.I. Joe Classified Retro ranking. Do you agree with my ranking? Let me know in the comments below. Who do you get #1? And were you disappointed by this lineup? I know it's in the title, but I think Cobra Commander is as good as it's going to get. I know I didn't give it a perfect 5 or anything. Maybe I'm being a little rough on it because of the flaws in the other characters. But let me know if you're disappointed in this set and if you're looking forward to the next one. If you dug the video, please like it. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We go live almost every Wednesday. We're not going live tomorrow. I apologize. It's just not going to happen this week. There's no toy news. There's not a whole lot going on, but we'll come back better than ever the following week. But we go live every Wednesday, just about 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern. But for now, guys, I'm Moody. I'll catch you in the toy aisle. Be good to each other. Peace.